Yeah, this is a fun one. Somewhat unexpectedly, have I feel like the Zoom is wrong on that, but I'm on my lunch break, so I haven't really got a huge amount of time to sort this stuff out. Yeah, I have another box, and so with the last video that I did, who did? I don't know. Grammar. The last video that I recorded was, I believe, the October box because I was advised that there had been an issue with the sending of the October boxes for a selection, a group of people. Oddly enough, all the YouTubers, say YouTubers, people who make videos, because I count myself within that. I'm a person who makes videos. Um, yeah, all the video, the content creators, whatever you want to call them, were ones, not all of them, but they're all the people who were affected were content creators, which is the weird thing. But we have another box. I have to be very careful because this here is my phone. I'm using that as a camera for this. That's how I do the double feed thing, the double view. Um, but yeah, so this is the box. Now this one, in theory, should be the November box, I think. But frankly, what is time right now, eh? What is time? Ever since that very first lockdown, the beginning of the pandemic, and all the horribleness that came along with that, that seemed to mark the point at which time just went fuck it, and just went full whack and threw all caution to the wind. But here we go. Let's see what we've got in the box. So as we always say, I get the Patch Club as well, and in the Patch Club there, they they look a little bit Christmassy. They do look Christmassy. They look like toys. So how well we go there? Bring them out. But we have sort of like a little sort of like nutcracker type soldier, uh, and what looks to be a toy tank and a gingerbread plane, possibly a little toy wooden plane. But no, so they very much seem to be the Christmas theme ones there. So I suspect this one is the November box because just the way that stuff works around, it's always like a month out, um, or out of sync with reality, whatever you want to call it. But also, as we were just saying, time and such. Maybe this is a box from the future. Who knows? Who knows? Time is a construct. Um, but yeah, there we go. So that's the Patch Club. Um, box again. The other one's been in envelopes. Weird. Anyway, so that's that, and I get the BBs to go with it as well. So Valkyries at the moment, though there is a good chance these are going to be changing just because of availability. You can only provide what you are being stocked. If you haven't got stock of something, you can't give it out. Give it out. You can't sell it. Um, so yeah, that may be changing in the near future. So as soon as I know more, definitely I'll be able to say as well. But if I don't know, then similarly, if I don't have the information, I can't provide it. But yeah, so I get at the moment I get the Valkyrie 3 2s. They're also currently were available as so 3 2s, 2 8s, 2 5s, and twos. You can also get the Vorsk as threes. Sorry, no, 3 6s and fours. And there is also the Vorsk 2 5 tracers. I said on my last video for this, I haven't tried the 2 5 tracers, but I have tried their 3 tracers, which was quite a nice thing to find heavier weight tracers. And they're absolutely fantastic. Ran through a bunch of different guns, a bunch of different riffs, I should say, and performance on them was not specifically anything to write home about. It wasn't like, oh, these are amazing, they fly so much further. But no, they were consistently shooting. They were consistently going where I was aiming. I wasn't getting any fouling or feeding issues. They were everything you would want from a BB, really. But yeah, there we go. The divorced, and I got the divorce. So I get the BBs with the Hat Club. I also get the BBs with the box, and we can see here as well the divorce ones. in the smaller bottle, because that's what tends to happen when you get the heavier weight ones. You get smaller bottles to make it so that it's more commercially viable, and also, generally speaking, they tend to be it's sort of thing you're slinging less of them. Put them in your snipers, your revolvers, that kind of stuff, and you're only sending a few as opposed to like mag dumping people. But let's. Sorry, I'm talking quite quickly because I'm on my lunch break and I'm just looking at my timer for that. So I want to make sure that I get this done within that time frame. But let's have a look, see what else we've got here. I see a John Wick patch. Oh, that's a good one. That's nice quality. That is. That's a nice image. Very nice image. But yeah, there's actually dating the video in this one. Future anyway. But there's a what's it called? John Wick Chapter 4 has been announced a few weeks ago. Can't remember exactly when it's coming out. But yes, excited for that. That's a cool patch like that. See what we've got here. A 26mm sunshade. I don't think I have anything that would go on to, but I'm always getting new scopes. I've got so much glass. It's ridiculous. I've I've got glass I've spent a lot on, and I've got glass I haven't. Um, but yeah, I've got like 3 vortex scopes now at this point, and I've got a bunch of scopes that I've just bought off of Wish. You know, I tend to use Wish as a do I really need it sort of thing. So like if I something like I think oh maybe I'm going to need one of those, maybe I'll feel the benefit of that. Then I'll buy a cheaper, nicer one off Wish, and then basically use it till it breaks. And once it breaks, we're like, am I troubled by the fact it's broken? Or with me using this item, am I feeling the lack of this item? And then if I do, I buy a decent one, which is why I've also got like a £90 peck box now. Um, but yeah, I may well have something to use with. The thing is, it says it is a neutral one, so I'm wondering if maybe it'll only work with neutral scopes. But we shall have to see. So handy little thing to have there. And oh, brilliant! A camera mount. So that is an action camera mount. That is actually for rail attachment. So the fact that that exists is a very handy thing. That means I might actually because I'm planning next year to start doing some recording. That is the plan. It's something I would like to do. Now, what I would personally use that for, and what I think most people would be best suited to use it for, is the having it in like a point of view camera, um, sort of like selfie cam sort of thing. So where you have a camera pointing back at you. The other thing I think would be quite good for is that on helmets and stuff, you can get a rail attach panels, and a lot of time it's used for doing things like putting on torches and stuff. But that could be quite handy as well because instead of having the camera there on your forehead, you could then just have it off to one side, give a slightly different perspective, and make it so that like when you go to do the aim, you get that better view. But that is a handy thing to have as that particular style. We've got a little pop grip here. Unfortunately, the packaging is broken on my one. Oh, that's beefy. Oh, that's a chunky one. That's got some heft to that. Solid on there. And we are button to press. Oop, there we go. That's oops. Thank you, back in again. There you go. That's pushing quite hard. Wasn't pushing it far enough. Giggity. Story of someone's life, I'm sure. But yeah, and the fact that like it has a little rail on the side of it as well, that's kind of handy. Like I said before, you know, you could even use that on that part of it, and then you can more easily switch it between stuff. But that is a good. It's so beefy. It's so solid. My word. The camera's slipped, hasn't it? I just noticed that. Why didn't anyone tell me? Because you know, it's not like this is a recorded thing, and you can't respond in real time. Shut up. Because I probably caught that. But yeah. That's See, I got a GNG LMG CM16 LMG a little while ago, and it has something this sort of style, but it felt kind of didn't really feel very solid. It felt like it was something I'd find on a Nerf gun. Um, but this, oh, that's got some heft to that. You can knock someone with that one. And last thing we got here is some biltong. This was getting harder for them to get hold of. So yeah, I said this is why I've been getting some random, like I've been getting the tea, the coffee, split randomly between the stuff. Because I said to them, yeah, if you can't get any more of this one, just chuck whatever, tea, coffee, whatever, pop it in there. But now the biltong built on built on beef biltong, sort of like a beef jerky type thing. Yeah, lovely stuff. I believe at the moment it's still predominantly the tea and coffee that are the easiest to get hold of. But yeah, it's just because, like, again, like kind of things, availability. You know, if the stock ain't there, the stock ain't there. I don't think there's anything else in there for this one though. No, that's that. So this one, I suspect that this is the Christmas one, in that it's, you know, November, or the November box, because it's got the Christmas stuff in it, or the Christmas patches, I should say. But yeah, that's a nice little thing to finish off the year. Yeah, I've got some sites I'm planning to go to in June. Well, no, I was planning to go to some sites in January. Now it's looking like the very end of January I might be going somewhere. Because I'll be going back to Wales again for most of January. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that. And yes, I'll see you all at some point in the new year. Have a lovely festive period, whether you celebrate it, the specifics of it or not. I hope that you enjoy the period of time. Yeah, take care. See you later.